Tongans are worried that a lack of power and running water 3 days after Tropical Cyclone Gita ripped through the Pacific nation is hampering the clean-up effort. Thousands of people are still unable to return home and 3 people were seriously injured when the Category 4 cyclone whipped through the kingdom on Monday night. With more than 1,000 homes and crops devastated, the kingdom now faces months of recovery, as Laura Tupou reports.
2 days before the cyclone hit, AUT PhD student Tony Whakahau was wrapping up interviews with people living below the poverty line in Tonga. He's been talking to families in vulnerable communities for the past few years, but he says the places they call home are now unrecognisable.
Many of them lived in pretty much homes with just a tin roof on top of them, and I went out again to have a look at some of the homes just to see how they were, and those homes have disappeared.
Tony Whakahau says most of the crops on the main island of Laura Tupou are damaged as well.
Every family relies on the land, taro, yam, cassava, those things, coconut, and also the fruit. And the storm pretty much blew everything off, trees, uprooted crops.
While families may be able to cope short term, he's worried about the months to come.
Normally they'll plant now and then rely on those crops to last over the coming months. But, that's no longer there now.
But Mr Whakahau's most pressing worry is the lack of power and water supplies.
The water systems in most of the villages rely on electricity. The two go together. So without water, you're going to be facing hygienic issues and the danger of the dengue fever getting worse.
In the middle of Laura Tupou is the rural village of Tonga. Derek Leonard runs a coffee plantation there. Half of his crops have been destroyed.
My drying shed's pretty much wrecked, and a lot of plants, a whole lot of crop. All my shelter building, half the trees have all just been demolished.
Nearby properties weren't spared either.
Quite a few of them have lost roofs. Some of the smaller shops are just completely demolished. The roadways have just been cleared now, but there's just build-ups of vegetation, like huge trees have just been knocked over, and it's just decimated.
Mr Leonard says patchy communication is hampering small-scale aid efforts so far.
One of the super yachts that's located in Fiji at the moment, they've made an offer to bring the yacht over with desalination plants and generators and different things. But the difficulty is to try and get through to government at the moment because strange enough, we can talk internationally on the phones, but we can't communicate locally.
In the capital, Nuku'alofa, Viliami Taufa is waiting for his landlord to fix his rental house. In the meantime, he's been trying to clean up.
Right through on Tuesday night and last night, I've been tunneling water with a broom, trying to get the water out, but it's a losing battle. Now the rain is stopped, and hopefully things will get better.
Viliami Taufa isn't the only one. The Red Cross estimates more than 1,000 homes are damaged. The New Zealand Defence Force flew agriculture toolkits, family hygiene kits, collapsible water containers, tarpaulins, generators and chainsaw packs to Tonga this afternoon. It hopes the supplies will help provide basic power, water and sanitation. For Checkpoint, ko hoko hingoa ko Laura Tupou.
And Gita is expected to pass really close to New Caledonia tomorrow as a strong Category 4 cyclone. Its eye spanning 100 km or thereabouts.